The E chord is one of those ukulele chords that just trips us up time and time and again. I've already done a video like this for the B flat, and we're going to do a similar kind of thing here with the E chord, looking at different ways to play it, maybe some easy ways, some hacks and things that we can do to make sure that we can join in whenever the E chord comes up at the jam. It's quite a rare chord, but it does come up, so let's talk about it now. So the E chord is one of those awkward ones where we do have to go up on the neck to play it in a sort of traditional way. This is where we bar the 4th fret, and then we have an extra finger that goes on the 7th fret like that. So it's 4, 4, 4, 7. Now it's quite a bright, jolly, happy sounding chord, but a lot of people struggle with the bar. So let's look at barring technique first of all. A lot of people think that barring is just plonking the finger down, but actually there is a bit more to it than that. So let's re-examine barring technique. What I want you to do is put your finger on the fret itself, so the metal bar. Don't press down, we don't want any sound, but just put it over the fret. And then you're going to roll your finger back into the gap, like that, so that you end up using the side of your finger. So this kind of side here. This is a little bit more firm, and the angle also makes it a little bit easier to sort of press down in. So you've sort of got a rolled back finger there, like that. You can also use your arm muscles to really pull in the ukulele, squeeze it in towards you, because the arm muscles are a lot stronger than the small finger ones. These arm muscles are a lot bigger, they can take a lot more pressure. So use the arms, both arms, really bring in the ukulele, and you should be able to do a bar without using the thumb, just by squeezing it in with your arms. Barring technique might take you a little bit of time to get used to, but hopefully once you've had a little bit of a reimagining of your barring technique, then the E chord might become a little bit easier. Another way to play E is a little bit of a nasty way. It's that one there. So we've got 4, 4, 4, 2. I very rarely play this shape. It's just so awkward, isn't it? There is a way round it though that I learnt a long time ago. You can bar all of the 2nd fret and then do a partial bar on just the 4, 4, 4 on the G, C, E strings. If you're good at barring, then that might be a solution. So this finger that's on the 4th fret does have to lift up so we can still hear the A string that's being fingered by the 1st finger bar. But again, it's a little bit awkward, and so really make sure you know what you're doing when it comes to barring with that one. Let's look at something a little bit different now. A lot of people will play E7 in place of E, and a lot of the time this works. Normally if you're in the key of A, for example, E7 will come up a lot, just how G7 comes up a lot for C. They go together, A and E7 go together nicely. But if we're in a different key, sometimes the 7-ness doesn't really work. I won't explain why, we can look at that another time. But sometimes it doesn't always work, because the 7th chord is not always the right choice. So what we can do is we can play this kind of shape instead, which is based on an E7, which is 1, 2, 0, 2. But we take our little finger and we place it on the 4th fret of the C string, like that. So still a little bit of a squiggly shape sometimes. Oops, there we go. There you go, see what I mean? It's still a little bit awkward sometimes, but play around with what fingers you want to use, and eventually, hopefully you'll find something that works for you. The last thing we're going to do is still based on that E7 chord, but instead of adding or removing any fingers, we're just going to actually release the pressure of the finger that's on the middle string, the C string. This middle finger, instead of pressing down to create a note, let's just have it there to mute the string, so you get a kind of percussive sound but no actual pitch. So in effect that sort of cancels out the string, and the notes you are left with form an E chord. So if you were to do that, you get an E chord, but no 7, it's just an E chord. That finger's still there to tame the C string, because if you did have the C string in there, it sounds all weird. So let's bring that middle finger back where it was, but no pressure, just gently resting to kill the note. And there you are, a nice way to play E. Have you got any other thoughts and suggestions on how to play E? It seems to be one of those chords that always comes up and trips people up, so I just thought I'd do this quick little video to help some people out. Hopefully it worked for you. If it does, please let me know in the comments. I also mentioned we did a video like this all about the chord of B flat, which is that pesky one there. So if you'd like to go and watch that, then you can click on this link right now and hopefully improve your B flat playing as well. I'll see you over there.